All right, in this video we're gonna pay a little more attention to adding graphics to our PCB and to adding. We did a video on sort of easy to moderate difficulty routing. That was the previous video. We made this board right here. It might be familiar from this footprint here. Now I added when you weren't looking, I kind of added some labels and moved some stuff around. But now what I want to do is we want to add some silkscreen to this. So we want to add just some flair that shows, here's the, maybe a logo and a little sort of date and a name sort of designator. So we can, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So so we're back in our board here, and I'm going to do the logo and stuff on the back side of this board. So to switch to a back view, I'm going to do view, and I'm going to do flip board. And what that does is that just flips the board upside down. In terms of our view in this 2D layout, we can see it flipped, and so we're going to be putting that on this back side. Now the text that we all see that's backwards now, that's because that text is on the top silkscreen layer. So we're going to be working entirely with the bottom silkscreen here. So the way that we do the way that we import a graphic is we do we go run script. So we have to choose a script to run. So in this case, we have you can get these scripts, you can get all these scripts, download them from Altium. So if you just search for just Delfino scripts, or just if you go to the Altium PCB logo creator sort of default instructional page, it gives a link to all this file. And they have a bunch of different scripts in there, but the main one we use is the PCB converter. So we're going to run this script. Okay, so at this window, the PCB logo creator, we have a couple things we can do. The first thing we're going to do is load an image. So we are going to, the image we're using is here. So the image has to be a monochrome bitmap. So Microsoft Paint can convert any image to a monochrome bitmap, but you want to be careful not to have it be too big. So make sure it's not, basically each row of pixels, Altium is going to convert into a collection of lines for each row. And most printing services, most PCB printing services can't print with a resolution higher than 6 mils. So I wouldn't worry too much about, you don't have to have a lot of, it's going to definitely round off this image anyway, so a lot of resolution doesn't really help you. So this image is, setting it to 1 mil per pixel, it's 590 by 298, so it's 590 by 298 pixels. We're going to increase that size. We're going to do 2 mils per pixel, so it's about 1.2 inches by 6 inches. We're going to choose top overlay for that and convert. And you see it takes a little time while it's going through this conversion. And again, what it's doing is each layer in the image, it's from each row, it's sort of making a collection of line segments. And it's making those line segments on the top overlay. So it can take a little while. In this case, it has to do, 1,000 or so. Okay, so there is our logo. So, it looks a little, the edges kind of look a little rough here like that, but that'll get cleaned up. It'll get smoothed out by the fact that the resolution of the fab is not very good. The problem I have is whenever we do a logo like this, if you try to move it, you do this. See what I just did? I just grabbed one line out of this and it screwed everything up. So I'm going to Control Z that. The first thing I like to do with a logo is select the whole thing, and you can just Control A or whatever. Right click and do unions, create union from selected objects. Okay, and so then what that does is now if I do what I just did and I try to move this thing, now it's going to grab the whole thing. So now anytime I try to move it around, I'm moving around the whole union, not that one little partial piece. Okay, so let's grab that whole thing, Control C, and what we're going to do is, when we do Control C, it wants us to choose where the center of our copy is, so we'll just put it right there. I'm going to go to my PCB, and I'm going to Control V that. And I always like to start it off the board, so I'm going to drop it here. So you can see what happened is, right now this logo looks like it's backwards because we did the logo in top overlay. We used the top overlay layer. Now we could have used the bottom overlay layer and flipped it, but I usually like to just make my logos with the top overlay. What we can always do is select that. Oops, sorry. So we got to select the whole thing. And we can do Edit, Move, Flip Selection. Okay. So what that did is it just now moved it by flipping selection. It does an y-axis reflection, and it switches it from the top overlay to the bottom overlay. So now we can take that and we can move it to wherever we want this logo to be. So, be careful when you're placing a logo to be aware of those through holes. Anywhere where you have a hole sticking out the bottom, the logo is not actually going to show up there. So I'm trying to avoid this hole here and this hole here. So I think I got it. I think it looks pretty good now. We can always check it. Just hit the 3 key, rotate that guy around, and yep, it's looking pretty good. So it looks pretty, and I'm totally screwing up my rotation here. Perfect, right? So it's looking pretty good. I could have maybe moved it a little bit. Nah, I'm fine with it there. I'm gonna stick with it there. So I also want to add to this something to sort of, so I'm going to hit the 2 key and go back. I want to add something that kind of gives us an ability to keep track of which version number this was and who created it. Or we should do who created it. I'm not going to put who created it. I'm going to do a date and a revision number on here though. So I'm going to place text, hit tab, change it to bottom overlay, and the text is going to be date. We'll make this guy kind of big, 80 mil, maybe 12 mil here. Oh, and look at that. It looks flipped, so we're going to hit tab again and mirror that. Okay. So we're going to drop that date marker here. And then we'll also do a revision marker. I probably should have done a better grid for this. It's probably okay. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves some space to actually write down these values. So we're also going to place a fill. And we're going to copy paste that guy. And boom. So now we have these little boxes where we can, with a magic marker or something, write in the date and the revision on these guys. Now you will notice we have this silk screen going through the through hole here, so there actually will not be any silk screen here, and that will look a little bit ugly, but I think it'll be fine in this case, so I'm okay with it. Okay, so that is placing a logo on your part and making sort of date and revision boxes. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.